Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're actually launching a bit of a true crime investigation. But we aren't looking for a stolen diamond or a missing person. We're investigating something way more valuable, the attention crisis, and exactly why you, and, well, all of us, just can't seem to focus anymore.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. It's morning. You wake up and you've got a crystal clear plan for the day, right? You promise yourself, today is going to be different. I'm finally going to finish that massive project. I'm going to read that book gathering dust on my nightstand, and I am absolutely staying off social media. But then, within literally minutes of waking up, the trap springs. You blink, you look up from your screen, and you're just sitting there thinking, where on earth did the last 45 minutes go? You don't even remember what you originally picked up the phone to do. It's wild. But we're going to map out exactly what's happening to our brains in real time here. So let's walk through how this goes down, because it's a super predictable snowball effect. Your phone lights up, just one little notification. You think, hey, I'll just check Instagram for 2 seconds. But that one notification, it quickly morphs into 5. Those 5 multiply to 20. And suddenly, boom, 45 minutes are totally gone. Listen, if this sounds uncomfortably familiar, I really want to emphasize something crucial right off the bat. You are not lazy, you are not weak, and you are definitely not alone in this. Millions of people are feeling the exact same way, like they're literally losing their ability to hold a single thought.
So, what's the deal? Let's zoom out and look at the macro scale for a second. We really have to ask ourselves, did human brains everywhere just suddenly get weaker, all at the exact same time? Or has the modern world quietly, almost invisibly, changed the very way we think? The truth is, a massive shift has happened in the global economy, and you, my friend, are right at the center of it.
And this brings us right to the motive behind our little true crime heist. For centuries, right, people thought money, gold, oil, those were the world's most valuable resources. But today, that whole paradigm has flipped. Your attention is no longer fully yours. It's actually the most valuable resource on the planet. It is the new global currency. Thousands of companies are actively, aggressively competing every single day to take it from you.
Let's break down this simple, yet honestly totally ruthless business model. We need to see the exact mechanics of this heist. Every ping, every buzz is designed to interrupt you for one very specific reason. Harvesting your attention creates massive corporate profit. Step 1, they need you to stay on their platform. Because Step 2, the longer you stay, the more ads you see. And Step 3, the more ads you see, the more money they make. It's a direct, literal pipeline from your raw, undivided focus straight into their bank accounts.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the realization that this isn't some weird accident of the digital age. It's a highly intentional, perfectly calculated business model. I mean, think about it. Some of the smartest engineers and behavioral psychologists in the entire world are not designing tech to save your time. They are explicitly designing it to trap your focus. Everything they build comes back to one single driving question. How do we make people stage just a little bit longer?
To pull this off, they've armed themselves with a very specific set of digital weapons. Let's look at the arsenal they're throwing at you. You've got infinite scrolling, right? So there's no bottom to the page, no natural stopping point. You've got autoplay, making sure that next video starts before you even think about putting the phone down. Personalized recommendations, feeding you exactly what the algorithm knows you crave. And of course, push notifications, those aggressive little red dots demanding your immediate attention. Put it all together, and it's no wonder you feel completely overwhelmed by this digital Goliath.
All right, so we know the motive, and we've seen the weapons. Now let's pivot to evolutionary biology and introduce the victim in this investigation, our ancient brains facing an unprecedented modern bombardment. Scientists actually call this an evolutionary mismatch. Just consider the ancient human brain for a second. This thing evolved over hundreds of thousands of years for a pretty simple life. You focused on hunting, building shelter, keeping your family safe. Singular focus. Distractions were, basically zero. But today, that exact same ancient hardware is trying to survive in a chaotic, modern environment it was absolutely never designed for. In a single hour, you are bombarded with emails, Slack messages, breaking news, trending topics. It is a constant, exhausting environment of task switching.
Every single one of those digital inputs screams for your attention. And here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't inherently know which information actually matters anymore. A rustling tiger in the bushes and a ping from your group chat both trigger that same alert system, so it just reacts to everything. Over time, this constant switching comes with a major hidden cost. Your ability to concentrate starts to weaken. But listen, this isn't you becoming less intelligent. Not at all. Your brain is just being actively trained to expect something brand new every few seconds.
Which brings us to the final puzzle piece of our investigation. Have you ever wondered why it's so unbelievably hard to just stop scrolling, even when you really want to? Well, it comes down to a biological weapon they're using to keep us endlessly hooked. We call it the dopamine mystery box. So the crucial point is we need to bust a major myth right here. You hear dopamine and you probably instantly think, oh, that's the pleasure chemical. Actually, scratch that. It's not entirely true. Dopamine is a tiny chemical driver of anticipation. It's the motivation to go searching for the reward. It's the craving, the hunt leading up to it, not necessarily the satisfaction of getting it. And understanding this, it completely changes how we look at our tech habits. Think about checking your phone versus pulling the lever on a slot machine. They rely on the exact same psychological principle. When you refresh your feed, you have no idea what you're going to see next. It's that uncertainty. Maybe it's a funny video, maybe it's outrageous news, maybe someone liked your photo. It's highly addictive, unpredictable rewards. You never know when the next hit will appear. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes putting the phone down so incredibly hard. Social media didn't invent this quirk of human psychology, but man, they have definitely mastered how to use it against us. Just think about the physical motion of using your phone. Every swipe up literally feels like opening another one of these digital mystery boxes. Let's be real. Most of the time, there's nothing special in there. Swipe, boring post. Swipe, weird ad. But then, occasionally, boom, you uncover something genuinely hilarious or exciting, and your brain chemically logs that fantastic feeling of discovery, commanding you, keep going. Just one more swipe. The next one could be the big jackpot.
And that right there is how the heist is pulled off, day after day, swipe after swipe. We've investigated the crime, uncovered the profit motive, laid out the digital weapons, and looked at the biological vulnerabilities of our ancient brains. The stakes here are incredibly high because our focus is literally the very thing we need to build the lives we actually want to live. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Now that you know they are intentionally stealing your attention, what are you going to do today to take it back?